Hi all you adorable fuzzballs, Corvus the Canine here. Before we start off, I just wanted to point out my official filming studio that I'm not finished just yet, and I just needed to film this video because I'm late. But anyways, this video is going to be a little bit weird for me to make because I don't really like using the term coming out when talking about me being a part of the fandom. But I just wanted to briefly tell you guys about how I told my friends and my family that I was, shocker, a furry. Some were very upfront, and some I expanded for a long time, but there was really only one negative interaction that I had, and I managed to turn it into a positive opinion. So, in this video, I'll be going over how I told the people in my life that I'm a part of the furry fandom, and will even be coming out as a furry to a good friend of mine just for you guys. So, as I stated in my previous video, the first person that I ever told I was a furry was my current best friend. This was only about a week after I had joined the fandom, so it was still fairly fresh. But lucky you guys, I actually have the texts from when I told her, and I'm going to read them to you guys right now. She requested that I don't even drop her name, so I'll be playing both parts, I guess. But here's how it went down. Hey, so I somewhat have something to tell you. Meaning, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is until we go to the movies, because this is when we were going to see the live action version of The Lion King, which, in my opinion, I don't understand why it got so much hate. But I just want to express my thoughts to you, because you're one of the only people I trust enough to tell this while it's still in the early stages. Okay, what's up? Okay. So for the past few days, I've been researching something. I guess you could call it a fandom. Yeah, that's because that's what it is, idiot past me. And it's one of the most misunderstood fandoms out there. Because of that factor, my brother, his girlfriend, and my stepbrother have clearly voiced their disapproval of it. Despite their disapproval, I have continued to research it, and yesterday I came to the conclusion that I want to be a part of it. It's a good way to express who I really am and who I want to be without having to give a fuck about what other people think. But you seem like you'll be the most understanding of it. Okay, what is it? I'd rather tell you in person, but if you guess it right, I'll tell you. I swear to God, I'm gonna have a gambling problem when I grow up because I always do things like that. Like, if you guess it, haha, there's no way I can guess it without at least a clue. Go ahead and ask questions. Actually, I'll give you a hint, but just one. I blame Disney. Ha! I'm clueless, you know this. Is it like a fandom or like something like the LGBTQ community? LGBTQ isn't a fandom. It's a community. It's sort of like being the fan of something, but like over the top. Is it cosplaying? Sort of. You're getting a lot warmer. LARP? What in the world is LARP? Live action roleplay. Oh! No. Then what do you mean sort of like? I created my character. One thing that people think is it's a fetish. Can it be sexualized? Yeah, but what can't? Is it furries? I actually typed coughs in an asterisk. If you need further explaining, I'll give it to you. But yeah, good job. Actually, I'm gonna explain it anyways. So, as you know, the internet is a magical place, full of some weird things. One of those weird things is called a furry. Yeah, I'm weird. So, there are quite a lot of misconceptions about furries, so let me just answer a few questions. 1. Does this mean I'm gay? No. No, it does not. 2. Is it a fetish? As I stated previously, no. It can be sexualized, but more often than not, it's a fandom, not a fetish. 3. Why have I decided to take this route? I actually use the words, why have I decided to take this route? Because quite frankly, I'm tired of people trying to tell me who I can and can't be. I just kind of figure if I'm in a costume, I can just do what I want without having to worry about what other people think. To clarify, that's why I first joined the fandom, but that's not why I stayed in the fandom. I stayed in the fandom because the community's so great. So, if you have any other questions or misconceptions, please ask me about them and I'll gladly clear them up. Aside from that, please don't sugarcoat your feelings on this. I'd like to know your honest opinion. Literal silence for half an hour. You're making me anxious. Just give me at least a yes or a no. Do you disapprove of it? Honestly, I wasn't expecting this, but I can understand where you're coming from with the whole wanting to be yourself thing. At least you have the courage to do this. And sorry for the wait. Grandma was having technology problems, and I was on FaceTime with Mom. That's why I had to wait. All in all, I think she's reacted the best out of anyone in the long run. She was the first person to see my suit, she's made a few pieces of art for me, and she's also been so interested in actually learning about the fandom despite being more of a cosplay kind of girl. Maybe I'll convince her to be in a video one day, but for now, just think she's cool through your imagination. The next person I told was my sister. Now, I've always been close with my siblings, plus my sister likes to wear headbands that have cat ears on them. Before joining the fandom, me, my brother, and my stepbrother would all make fun of her for wearing these headbands and call her a furry. Isn't that ironic? So anyways, I had told her that I was making something, but I didn't want to specify on what it was until after I was done. My sister is 12 and really just sticks to the YouTube side of the internet, so the only thing she knew about furries was that we called her one. That's it. So, after days of her begging, I eventually just straight on said it. Sup, bitch, you know what a furry is? No. Oh, well, I am one, and I'm making a costume like this. I can't even see if I'm showing it right now. Yeah, that. That's cute. So all in all, she was chill about it, mainly because she didn't understand it, and honestly probably still doesn't. But she somehow kept the secret from the rest of the family, so I'm grateful for that. A few months had gone by, and I knew that I wanted to go to Vernal Equinox, which means I had to tell my family soon. And then I received the perfect opportunity. Hamilton Comic Con. My brother had been talking about going to Comic Con for a long time. So back in October this year, we went to the one in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. As soon as we confirmed our attendance, I knew for certain that I wanted to go as Corvus. Because of this factor, I knew that I had to tell everyone that month. Only that month turned into that week. And that week turned into the night before the frickin' convention. So first up was my brother's girlfriend. You may be wondering why I told her first, and it's because I thought she was a hater, so I wanted her to be comfortable with it so she could be there when I told my brother. And I also needed somebody to film my mom's reaction, which is hopefully a video that I will be able to put in this video. But anyways, a few hours prior, she made a joke that was so ironic that I almost legitimately died. We were waiting in the car for my mom to pick up her medication, and she asked what I was going to wear at Comic Con. Being the subtle bitch that I am, I slyly said, "Oh, I'll show you when we're at the house, haha." To which she replied with, "Oh, this is what I'm wearing." No, she's not a furry. She just made a joke about dressing up as a furry to Comic Con while she was talking to someone that was dressing up as a furry for Comic Con. So later that night, like I knew she would, she asked, "So, can you show me your costume?" Now, I'm an anxious frickin' wreck, so I was dreading every step that I took to grab my head and go downstairs. I obviously don't have my head and can't use it for the skit because, I'm wearing it. So, gonna use this. So, remember when we were in the car and you made that joke about dressing up like a furry for Comic Con, and I kinda laughed harder than I shoulda? Can I try it on? So she wasn't a hater. She was really cool about it and told me about a furry friend that she used to have. Shout out to Yogo. He's probably never even gonna watch this video. But we sent him a few videos of me cracking jokes about the fandom as Corvus, to which he replied with laughing emojis, so yeah. Now it was time to break the news to my mother that I'm a weirdo. This is the one that I didn't know how it was gonna go because she's extremely supportive of what I decide to do with my life. But her only experience with the fandom was CSI, so yeah. She also knew that I was making something and that it involved fur because it was all over my goddamn house. Except she didn't think it was fur. Roll clip. Okay, Mom.
Yeah?
I'm telling you right now, you're gonna find this weird, okay?
Okay.
Wait, no, are you getting up? Don't get up.
Okay, I'm not getting up.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what I've been making.
What the fuck?
Right! I know.
You made it?
Yes, I
Oh
did.
my god, that's so cool.
I know.
Turn around.
That's why his room is so
Oh my
furry.
god, that's what
That's
that
what
black
the thing on my
shit.
foot was.
Oh my god. I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I thought someone was like chopping up their pubic hair in the bathroom.
No. Yeah, it's fur. It was just fur. It was
Okay.
Okay. There's like a whole bunch of it in this
So
room,
who are you?
This is Corvus.
Corvus.
Yes.
From?
It's kind of my own character.
Oh, okay. That's super cool.
So yeah, my mom's been extremely supportive. She flat out said that she doesn't understand furry hate. She's commissioning feet paws for me for Christmas, and she's even bringing me to Fernal Equinox. So, last person to tell the night before the con was my brother. I pretty much just walked into his room in fursuit, to which he reacted pretty negatively until I told him that I made my suit. Yeah, he was a hater. Good news though, I've turned his opinion around. He thinks very strongly of the fandom now and has straight up told me that his hatred was fueled by the fact that everyone else hates on furries and he really didn't know much about the fandom. So, that's how I told everyone in my family that I was a part of the fandom. I don't count my stepbrother because I really didn't tell him. I just kind of jumped out of the car as Corvus when we got to Comic-Con. He cracked a few jokes, but he doesn't talk about it at all. As a matter of fact, he kind of avoids the topic. Thinking about it now, I'm pretty sure he thinks it's a sex thing and he just doesn't want to get into that conversation. Thanks to suiting at Comic-Con, I've made one of my best friends in the fandom, who will most likely be featured in my FE 2020 con vlog, because I'm probably going to be hanging out with her for most of the weekend. I'm glad I've been so comfortable about being a part of the fandom because me and my mother had an hour-long conversation yesterday about me being in the fandom, and she's just really happy that I'm passionate about this community and have found people to turn to. Now, I believe I have a promise to keep, so it's time to tell one of my best friends that I'm a furry. I'm about to call them and break the news. I'm a little scared because I don't know how he's gonna react, but let's wing it. Alright. Dial.
Ah, I got a phone call. Hello?
Hey, is this Benji?
Yes?
So, there's something I need to tell you. I know we've only been friends for a few months, but I really do trust you, and I want to be upfront with you. I hope this doesn't change anything between us, but I'm a furry.
Wait, what? Stop there. Are you serious? I can't be seen around a furry. I have a reputation to live up to.
I know, but listen.
No, this friendship is over. Well, now that's settled. Back to Fur Affinity I go. Yay!
Yeah. That's the joke. Most of my close friends know that I'm a part of the fandom anyways, and they're all okay with it. Speaking of my friends, I actually have to wake up in the morning to see them, so I'm gonna leave this video off here. Thank you all for watching me be a silly little fluffball. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up. Ask me anything in the comments below. Stay hydrated, and remember to be positive. Bye-bye!